worked in the logwoods and done carpenter work, and then made chairs and stuff like that for about 30 years now, 35 years. Got interested in it because my great uncle made chairs back to the Depression all the way up to 1960. He made chairs, and his wife made white oak baskets, and they hauled them from our fort down here where I was talking about, all the way to Rockville to the old train station, and he got 50 cents a chair and a quarter for the baskets, and that's how they raised 9 kids through the Depression. I was, I guess, about 8, 10, and then when I got about 20, I got to Artisan, and everybody in the community had seen him make them, but nobody could tell me how he done anything. So I started learning myself, and so I try to show people now. And I go to school and show the kids and different stuff, and I told my wife, I said, they're not going to know how to do it from what I showed them, but they'll remember I knowed, and then they'll come and ask me. The backbone of America used to be small town businesses, small town shops, small town people that done for themselves and done for others. It used to be somebody, you needed an axe handle, you go down the road and the neighbor, he'd fix you. Or if you needed a hammer handle, he'd make it. Go ahead and make these up a few days ahead. You want them to be as dry as they can. And the post, front and back posts, I make them last, and you want them to stay green. Hold real about that deep. I put this pin in there, I put a cross pin in that to lock it in so it won't come loose. They always have a little give, but they hang together for a couple hundred years. I used to do a lot. I used to be in a craft market and stuff like that. I went to Louisville and places and the craft market and a lot of other shows. And then after the kids got grown up, I kind of quit doing them. I started back about 3 years ago doing festivals again. I do 3 or 4 a year. I don't do a lot. And then I do wood carving too. This is a walking stick, hacking sticks. This is out of a dogwood, and this actually is saplings. This is part is in the ground when I dig them up, and then I take the root and make whatever the root to make. I make Indian heads, horse heads. I do bear heads and whatever they'll make. That's what I make out of. I carved this bow here a while back out of a piece of catalpa, orchid limb. Sometimes I sand them down, but I like the gouge look on this, and so I left it that way. Everybody said that to me because of the big nose. I do salvage a lot of wood, and this whatever the wood to make, that's what I make out of. I do man making chur, and woman feeding chickens, just different farm scenes and stuff like that. My mother used to make quilts, so this here I sell a lot of these because that's just one of my favorites to do, and my mother used to make quilts all the time. Shoelaces in her shoes and stuff. It's out of hickory bark too. And then I weave the bottom in the chair. You can't see it, but it's weaved with a herringbone pattern, just like the regular that is there. Kind of tedious, but I like doing it. Something different. Back when I was in the market and everything and did the shows, I worked at it for 12 years. That's all I did. Birdhouse, like those bark feeders there and stuff. But I did a catalog order for crate and barrel catalogs. I made 23,000 birdhouses for them. I had people hard to help me on that, but I did it because when I started out, even with the help, I was only getting about 60, 70 birdhouses a week. And then after I figured out more ways to make it, I was getting up to about 300, 400 a week. Yeah, I've done special carvings for people, and I don't know if I've ever had anything real odd to make. I've had some stuff pretty challenging to make. It was a split scene of a little house with one side open, and I did a grandmother and a grandkid on one side making a scarf. crocheting a scarf on one side, and I put like a little pot-bellied stove and thing on the side. Then on the other side, I put a grandfather and a grandson making a sleigh for Christmas. I made it for the White House Christmas tree back when Clinton was in office, and that's supposed to be in the Smithsonian. This is called a shaving horse. Then the treadle doesn't work because it's bottom out on the floor, so what you have to do is adjust it up. It's got, you know, 2 ways to adjust it so you can make about any piece fit. This is a draw knife I use all the time. Probably 80% of the work on the chair is done with this. This is the spoke saver you use to dress wagon spokes with down to the finish. Get that kind of rough spot like that there, what you do is angle this thing like a knife blade slides it through, and you can dress that up and smooth it back up and make it look real good, smooth. I hook them together, this color, I hook notch here, and then there's one there and there's one there, and I'll show you how that works. And that's where you lock them together, the strips of bark. You know, it's depending on what you're wanting to make. I mean, there's different fields of woodworking, you know, and different ways to produce and stuff. But if you just want to say the traditional hand type stuff, the main thing is to learn how to market what you're making so that you don't have to produce a lot, and you pay more attention to skill, and also you can put your heart in it and do something that you really enjoy.